Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn, and in this video you are going to be getting not one, not two, not three, but 8 journal prompts for this new moon in Taurus that we have taking place on May 11th. So if you are seeking some guidance on your journaling and or reflections, then you came to the right place. As always, I just want to express my sincerest gratitude for you being here, for you pressing play on this video, for you visiting my channel. I sincerely appreciate it so much. I'm so happy that you all have been enjoying these journal prompt videos for every full and new moon. I personally have really been enjoying doing them myself because, as I've mentioned in prior videos, my process for making these journal prompts is by studying what my favorite astrologers have to say about the transits and the overall energy regarding the full and new moon. And then from there, I will take notes and also incorporate just my intuitive energy reading to create these journal prompts that I share with you. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like more of this, then make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I also have interviews that I post on my channel that come from my podcast called Starting with Gratitude, and a bunch of other just inspirational self-development, spiritual vlog type videos that I create with the intention to inspire you and encourage you and just have fun and learn together. So make sure to subscribe if you want more high vibrational content showing up on your feed. If you end up resonating with one or all of these prompts and you end up using them, I'm so honored to be a part of your journaling and reflections, because it's just such a beautiful process, and I want to thank you in advance for even investing that time and energy into yourself and your well-being. The fact that you are even watching a video like this tells me that you are someone who invests in themselves and their self-evolution. So thank you for that. So yeah, let's get into this. When I think about my commitments, what are the first things that come to mind? So right now really is a time to be thinking about where you are investing your energy and what it is that you feel committed to, what it is that you feel devoted to. So I really wanted us to reflect on that during this new moon and what we immediately think of when we think of commitment. So I feel like when it comes to whatever are like the first things that pop up on your mind are the things that are most important to you right now. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe you want to reflect a little more on that and see if the first things that come to your mind are actually things that are deeply important to you. So reflect a little more on that when you take notice and observe what it is that comes to mind. But yeah, let's start with our commitments. What am I no longer rushing and why? And if you want a little more salsa on the tacos with this question, I have another prompt in addition to this one that's kind of similar. That is, what am I no longer feeling the need to control? So whichever one of those two speak more to you, go ahead and answer those, or that one. But I feel like a lot of us are just coming to the realization of the process and the fact that this life journey really is one that just takes time and patience and diligence, and we no longer have the desire to rush things, or we're realizing that feeling the need to control everything genuinely does not serve us. So as we step into this new cycle with this new moon, I want us to be reflecting on what we're no longer rushing, what we're no longer feeling the need to control, because we're becoming increasingly aware that rushing and controlling doesn't necessarily serve us much good, at least not how we initially thought it would. So enjoy these. What boundaries am I proud of overcoming? What boundaries am I proud of setting? So when I think about overcoming boundaries, I am referring to the self-limitations that we have set for ourselves that held us back from manifesting our deepest desires and going after our biggest dreams. So when thinking about the boundaries that you overcame, I'm nudging you to reflect on the boundaries of comfort that you expanded out of. And when you reflect on these things and when you answer this prompt, I also just want you to feel sincerely proud of yourself, because overcoming boundaries and setting boundaries is something that takes practice and something that takes courage. So shout out to you for that. And when it comes to what boundaries I am proud of setting, it is simply that. What boundaries are you proud of setting, either in this past cycle that we are coming out of, or this new cycle that we are stepping into? And I just feel like boundaries is a collective theme that is kind of resurfacing at this time. And like I try to do in every journal prompt video that I do, I try to always make sure to incorporate a prompt in there that leads us towards feeling proud of ourselves, because this self-work, self-healing process can be a lot. So I want to make sure that we're always just kind of coming back to feeling genuinely proud of ourselves. In what ways do I relate to nature? So Taurus season is really encouraging us to go outside, to go be amongst the trees and the bees and the flowers, and just really spend time in nature, because it is outdoors and around nature where we can really ground ourselves and cleanse our energetic fields from external voices and energies that just don't belong to us. And so when we're sunbathing and nature bathing and forest bathing and tree bathing and moon bathing, we are really just kind of returning home to ourselves in so many different ways that we perhaps aren't aware of. So I feel like this is just a really fun prompt to get us to think about the ways that we relate to nature. And yeah, I think this is a really fun one. Personally, I've been feeling really called towards trees lately, and I can just think of endless ways in which I feel like I can relate to trees. So for those of you that end up answering this question, I'm excited to see what it is that you write. Not that you're gonna share it with me, I'm just excited for you to answer it for yourself. If I were to dream up the best support system, what would that look and feel like? Feeling supported right now is really important. Community overall throughout this whole year is really, really important. And I know that I've highlighted support, like reflecting on your support system in one of the fuller new moons that we recently had. But for Taurus season, given that it's spring and us really transitioning into a season of bloom and us pursuing our passions and really just undergoing a transformative time in our lives, it's really important that we acknowledge when and where it is that we feel supported and how. Because when we are aware of how we feel best supported, then we can start to call in and welcome in those support systems, because we know the details. Like, something that is really important when it comes to manifestation is knowing the details, like knowing what it is that you want and making that decision that you want it and calling it in. Like, that is so important. So for all of these prompts, I encourage you to be as specific and detailed as possible. But yeah, I'm encouraging all of us to be thinking about the best support system that we can dream up. What kinds of conversations are currently mentally stimulating to me? I feel like this is one of those prompts where we can learn a lot about ourselves as well as other people. So this is a good conversation starter. And this is also one of those prompts that you can ask yourself in different seasons of your life, just to see where you're at mentally and what are the topics that are interesting to you at that time and stimulating to you at that time. I feel like you can also tell kind of like where you're at in your self-evolution by taking note of what are the things that stimulate you mentally, physically, spiritually. So yeah, if you end up answering this prompt, I would love to know what it is that you end up answering. So if you feel comfortable sharing in the comments below, I would love to see it. But yeah, I feel like you can tell a lot about yourself with this one. If I were to claim the path that is becoming available to me now, what path is that? So I want you to put yourself in the shoes of a master manifester, which you are, and really envision your ideal, dream, expansive, clear path that is now making itself available to you. What does that look like? And even furthermore, to dive in deeper into this, like, how do you feel walking down that path? What are you doing? Who do you see there? What does it look like? I feel like this is a prompt that is just kind of like a unique way to get you to think about the direction that you're headed towards and what you desire that to look like. But I want you to answer it as if it is already happening to you now. Answer it in the present tense, answering it as if this path is becoming available to you. So have fun with this one, dream big with this one, and yeah, get expansive with it. What are the intentions of my higher self? So again, I feel like this prompt is just a unique way to get you to think about what your intentions are, except thinking of your higher self. So thinking of the version of you that you are aspiring to be, the version of you that you are currently becoming, the version of you that you are working towards. What is your higher self's intention? So when you envision your best self, what are the intentions of your best self? I don't want to get too specific and give you too much direction in regards to this prompt, because I want you to receive this prompt however it is that you receive it and perceive it and answer it in that way. But if you're only selecting a few of these prompts, then I definitely recommend that this be one of them. And those are the 8 journal prompts for this new moon in Taurus that, again, we have taken place on May 11th. And I hope that you all enjoyed these prompts. I hope that at least one of them resonated with you and felt inspiring enough to you to get to the page and start reflecting. Take it easy on your reflections. Don't feel pressured to do all of these or to get all of your journaling and reflections done the day of the new moon. New moon and full moon energy tends to be present like even 3 days to a whole week after that. So take your time, don't pressure yourself. And again, I genuinely feel honored to be a part of your ritual, to be a part of your journaling, to be a part of your introspection. It is so, so, so important that we do this. And yeah, so if you are not subscribed to my channel already, I encourage you to click subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for investing in me and enjoying my content that much for you to be a subscriber. So welcome back, and I will definitely be seeing you in the next video. And last but not least, I also want to share something really quick with you all. This shirt that says "Your Spring is Coming" is a part of my spring collection that I just dropped last weekend, and there is one more week for pre-orders to be available. So you can head on over to my online shop, where I also have bundles of herbs to assist you in the smudging of your home and yourself. So check out my online shop if you feel inspired to do so and you want to check out my intention collection for spring 2021. I am so excited about it, and I just had to share it with you. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you. I appreciate you. Bye.